Lately, I've been kind of obsessed with Mario Kart Tour. That might sound surprising, as the game ended content updates more than 2 years ago at this point, so now it's just on a year-long loop of the same courses repeating over and over again. However, that's what makes it interesting. I've been putting a lot of time into trying to improve in Mario Kart Tour, but that time has not been playing the game. Most of the time, my screen has looked like this. Spreadsheets and community resources as I try to figure out what to better invest in to improve my scores on ranked courses. I'm not going to say I'm an expert at the game or anything. Right now, I'm tier 65 and I'm trying to make a concerted effort to climb into tier 80 so I can finish the last non-ridiculous challenge card I have. Now typically you'd have some footage of me grinding ranked on screen here or something for this kind of video, but well, here's some footage of what it looks like when I'm playing the game. I've been playing mostly on this incredibly cracked phone. It cannot record video while I'm playing the game, so you're going to have to deal with looking at some spreadsheets here. And if you wonder how online works, not very well, but I am dedicated to this grind. It's just very interesting to try to solve a solved meta. We know what all the courses will be, we know what will be good on those courses, and we know when things will rerun. However, I still have a very limited number of rubies and coins to spend on them, so I can't just say, well, I'll buy everything and upgrade everything. And although there's these nice community resources, I still then have to do a manual sanity check on a bunch of stuff, hence why my screen looks like this with a spreadsheet and a resource window open at the same time. Kamek Book is great, but they kind of stopped updating it at the end of content updates. So they don't have the favorite courses for every item correctly mapped out, especially not Gold Mario, who they say only has 3 ranked courses when it's way more than that. But also, it's a lie to say there was no new content because this last summer, there were 4 new carts and 2 new drivers added. Yeah, not a very huge update, but I have all of them and kind of would like to know where I can use them. So I have to check things myself. But I should also say that playing ranked in Mario Kart Tour is very interesting. It's not ranked like you're trying to get first place. You do want to get first place because that's the most points, but because you get points mainly from all the actions you take during the race, like doing tricks, hitting people with items, doing jump boosts, etc., you really don't want the race to be over really fast. And you probably want to be near the back of the pack for pretty much the entire race to get better odds for items that will give you better scores. And just pragmatically, you have more people to hit when 7 people are in front of you instead of 0. This creates a very fun situation where to optimally play a ranked course, you're actually just drifting back and forth across the course like a madman, not to snake and go faster, but to try to artificially delay yourself so people can catch up to you and get in front of you, and then you can get better item pulls and hit them and pull back into the front, preferably crossing the finish line just barely in first after you knocked out a huge batch of people. Now, of course, this is very prone to a whole bunch of retries and RNG, especially since you really would like to get 3 frenzies in every race. But it's fun. It's fun when stuff goes well, and I'm not going to say grinding one course over and over for like half an hour or an hour is really what I'd normally consider fun. However, there is a spot in routines for just grinding and being able to either just listen to something or just take your mind off of anything and relax for a bit. If you listen this far, you might think, interesting. This is not like a pitch video to try to get people to play Mario Kart Tour. I just think it's an interesting game and an interesting meta. And hopefully within, 15 weeks, I will actually be in tier 80. I think all the people who really, really care are probably many, many tiers ahead of me. At least that's what I'm counting on, because if there's people similarly dedicated to me in my weekly tiering group, I'm going to have a hard time. See, looking at all the ranked courses, there's still 5 courses where I don't have a glider that's high tier, most favored, and 20 courses where I don't have a cart that's most favored. So that's going to be kind of a problem. Part of the point of this spreadsheet that I've had on screen for this whole time is that I'm trying to figure out which things I need to prioritize and what order these ranked courses I don't have covered are coming up in. What precipitated this obsession of making this particular spreadsheet was the Daily Select shop had the blooper shuttle available, and I had to figure out whether I actually should buy it right now. next tour will have 3 Mii suits on discount that I would like to buy. I'm almost done with collecting all the Mii suits as well. I just need to slowly buy the last few I need from the shop, and once I reach tier 80, that will be the last one. So, that adds yet another wrench of I can't even invest fully into the carts I need because I'm also just trying to fill in the Mii suits, even though I don't really need them for tiering in the slightest. I also realized I needed to check what's ahead, because even though I was making a concerted effort to tiering, I completely forgot to buy Wonderful Garnet and the Pink Speeder a couple tours ago when they were on sale. And those are both very useful and cover courses I need. So it's pretty stupid that I just looked at them in the shop for a week and didn't think about, oh, maybe I should buy them. Anyway, if you listened to this whole rant and enjoyed it, I'm glad you did. I don't foresee making a whole lot of Mario Kart Tour content. As you can see, or rather not see, I'm playing off of a phone. I don't have a good way to record the phone, so it's not like I'm going to be showing off much gameplay. But this is an interesting thing I wanted to put out on the internet because this is YouTube. Broadcast yourself. I will also say that there are a few courses in Mario Kart Tour that I do in fact enjoy playing a lot. And because you can't get Piranha Plant Pipeline or any of the 10 remix courses anywhere else, there's still a bit of value, as well as a couple of the other remakes that never made it into the Booster Course Pass. Most notably Game Boy Advance Bowser Castle 4 and Game Boy Advance Lakeside Park. Thank you for watching, or more likely just listening to this. Have a nice day. Yeah, one other thing about the blooper shuttle in particular is that it's interesting because I also needed to get it now while it's in a daily select shop, because unlike a lot of items that will eventually have a guaranteed discount once a year, when the blooper shuttle is guaranteed to show up, it's the paid item for that tour, and I don't want to pay $3.99 for a single cart. That is entirely not worth it. While this video is not about the monetization of the game, yeah, you can still really, really overpay for some stuff, and it's definitely set up for that. Right when this particular cart is useful for one ranked course, one very particular ranked course that doesn't have very many options for it, you can buy it for real money. So, better plan ahead.